Hey son, what you up to? Oh, nothing. I'm just playing some cards with Uncle Jonas. Oh, no way. Purple Yellow Luffy. Dude, what a throwback. Yeah, okay, Dad. Anyways, Gum Gum Giant. Gum Gum Giant. Still can't believe they unbanned that card back in 27. This card isn't even that good. I only use it because it has 4 Emperors on it. Hey, anything you say, buddy. It's cool that you're playing with Uncle Jonas all the way in America, though. Back in my day before global simultaneous release, that really wasn't possible. I know, Dad. You know, Trek found the answer to Red Green Roshnante and changed the global meta back in OP17. Yeah, Dad, you've told me. Wouldn't have happened without global simultaneous release. And that time that Fletch flew to Brazil just to rip his shirt off to prove a point? Wait, what point? Wouldn't have happened without global simultaneous release. Wait, you wouldn't even have been born without global simultaneous release. Dad, what? Global simultaneous release prevented World War III. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Anyway, say hi to Uncle Jonas for me. I need a good segue into the actual part of the video, which took less time to make than the sketch. If you haven't seen the news, global simultaneous release of One Piece card has been announced at One Piece Day in Dallas. This is going to be a bit of a more casual video, not much editing within it, just to talk about, first of all, giving you this information and what it means for the future of the card game as well as my channel. Now, obviously, because I'm in Japan, I can play effectively 3 months into the future ahead of people in the West. As an example, right now I'm playing an OP11 in Japan, and people overseas are getting right into OP10 very soon. Now, I think that a lot of the way that my channel has sort of blown up recently is due to the fact that my meta-analysis videos where I break down what's going on in Japan have been really successful. These are the best performing videos on my channel, which is part of why I can keep putting them out, and they are honestly a lot of fun to make. However, if we end up being on the same schedule, does this hurt my channel in any way? Personally, I don't think that it does. The reason why I think this is because originally my channel wasn't supposed to be about playing in the future. I originally was going to make Japanese content for Japanese players, and then when I realized that that market was a bit overflooded, I was like, I can speak English, I guess I'll do it in English. But of course, because I was playing 3 months ahead, I didn't think people would really want to see that sort of content. So originally I started playing at the English schedule. But this proved very difficult for me because I wanted to film my gameplay matchups physically, which means that I would have to go back 1 or 2 sets to be able to make videos for that audience. However, it seems like you guys really did enjoy this look into the future. So I can understand why people have been asking me if I'm afraid of global simultaneous release. But I think that global simultaneous release only helps the community. While maybe I may lose some of my niche of being someone who can report from the future on the meta, I think that there's still a lot of interesting things from the fact that we're playing in the same set. Let's take, for example, an OP09. OP09 in Japan, a ton of people are playing Blackbeard. I think statistically, tournaments average 10 to 15% of the players playing Blackbeard. You don't see that at all in America. Now, in America, you see a ton of Black Yellow Luffy, which you don't see in Japan. Was Blackbeard the correct answer? Black Yellow Luffy the answer? Does the West know something that the East doesn't know? Does the East know something that the West doesn't know? Or are there some sort of cultural differences between these two regions? Honestly, I thought that probably the answer would be that the West has more time to play in the metas that we play. So they get to go beyond what we ended up making. So therefore, I tend to think that the Western answer ends up being correct. But what happens if we're at the exact same schedule? Do we still get these differences within our meta, or do we start to see the metas mold to each other, where we see interesting results in Japan change the way that people play in NA, or interesting results in EU change the way that we play in Japan? I only think this is a positive for the community, and also to take you behind the curtain a little bit on my channel, my gameplay videos, although they do quite well, don't tend to do as well as my meta breakdown videos. And if the Japanese release is the same as the Western release, not only does that mean that I can do really interesting collaboration videos with people from the West, but it also means that people from the West can collaborate with many people from the East aside from myself as well. There's a lot of really good Japanese channels like Shakarikizu who have people on the channel who can speak English. So I think that in a best case scenario, global simultaneous release will just bring the whole community together and level up the game as a whole, because we don't solely have our own region to learn off of, and we can take inspiration and learn how the other regions play. People were asking me about my thoughts on global simultaneous release, so I thought that I would just put it out in a very short, casual video. I hope that you guys are excited for it as I am, because I think it's a great decision for Bandai, and I think it's only going to help the game for the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.